Hi guys, I'm back with my coloring book. I'm doing Isaiah 41:10, and I made a lot of progress off camera, but I'm just working on the letters at the moment. And then at the bottom there's more flowers, so I'll probably do just a little bit on here with the letters, and then I'll make another video later on about doing the flowers. But I like the colors that I picked out. It's nice and summery. Getting ready for summer. Well, here in Florida it's already summer, so oh, I'm using Azure number 41, and the brand is called Art and Fly, and I like them. I got them a couple of years ago already. I'm trying to go over the black part too. And you wouldn't think it would show up, but it does. I forgot to turn the light on. Sorry. I'm trying to do more short videos because I know not everybody has the time to watch the long form, so I'll probably make another short little video. After I do this one. I've been listening to this really beautiful worship music. I'll give a link in the description part. It's called Voice of Eternity, and it's Psalms of David. It's really pretty and peaceful. Helps if you're going through worries and sad times, which we are. It's also fitting because David played the music for King Saul. And calmed him. It was so beautiful that it calmed his spirit. And I feel like this this is just amazing. If you want to check it out. I made a mistake. So I have to find my little pen. Hopefully it'll work. It kind of worked. Not the best that I wanted, but I didn't want to bring the yellow all the way over. I thought that was pretty. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do these because it's kind of hard to, I might do it with a pen or a marker, I mean, like a brush marker. I don't know why I keep going out of the lines. Man, gotta get with it. I think I need to sharpen this a little. I have an electric sharpener, but it's in the other room and it's pretty noisy. So when I'm doing videos, I just use a little manual sharpener to be quicker. And I think it might take off less of the tip. Well, it's another beautiful day in paradise here in Florida. It rained yesterday pretty hard, but we really needed the rain because we're in a drought. And everything's glistening and sunny. See, this paper isn't as nice as my Kirby Rosanas book, so it's hard to build up layers. It takes a long time. But I like it because it has really nice Bible quotes, and the illustrations are nice as well. And it wasn't really that expensive either. I found it at the grocery store, believe it or not. And then I started looking on Amazon to see if they have any more, if they have more books, and they did. So if you're a Christian and you like doing faith-filled coloring, it's nice. I know this is kind of boring. I probably should have chose the bottom part where the flowers are, but I'm gonna try and make more videos. Like it or not, our society is changing. And this is one way that we can connect to each other. I feel like things are always changing though, so hopefully we'll go back to being friends in real time. But right now I don't really have friends locally. I have a nice neighbor, but she has a lot of kids and she's quite busy. So, I mean, obviously, which is expected, you know, but, and she's younger than I am, so I am at the point in my life where I am I don't know. I'm at the point in my life where I have a lack of friends because all my old friends from school days, I don't know where they are. From high school, I have kept in touch with one girl or lady from my best friend in junior high, but she lives in a different state, and like most people, she's busy. I'm one of those weird people that are in limbo, because when you're a family caregiver and you're older, it wears you out extremely in all ways, to the point of where you can't even think about, you're pretty much debilitated. I can't even imagine working a job now. And as it is, there's not very many jobs to be had. And it's just like very stressful for most people to look for jobs. I heard this guy, I didn't watch the whole video because it was It was stressing me out just watching it or listening to him. But he was saying that he knew somebody who put out 500 resumes to different companies, and they only heard back from 10, I think. So, I have a better use for my time, and I'm not going to create more anxiety for myself. I already have to deal with that already in my life. And everybody's so judgmental these days. I try to be really understanding. And put myself in other people's shoes and imagine what it's like for them. But a lot of times you don't know what people are going through because they don't tell you, and they don't tell you all the details, so they could be going through something that you don't even know, you can't imagine or relate. Like, for instance, I didn't know what it was like to lose a parent until I actually experienced it. And it's just like going through a divorce too. You don't know what, I mean, you can date somebody for several years and break up, and that's similar, but a divorce is even more devastating, I think, because you have to completely reframe everything in your life that you had expected to be having in your life. I hope I had my coloring. I might have to do this video over. Because when you're with somebody, you make plans and goals with them, and you just think ahead into the future and say to yourself, okay, we're going to be doing this. And then when you part ways, all of those plans are gone. And then you have to make new plans, and that person is no longer in your life. So it's, in most cases, it's traumatic, and you have to deal with the grief of losing. I've had a lot of loss in my life. Even when I was little. I had a lot of sorrow, and with the world as it's going, I guess I'm used to it. I just have to focus on the things that I am grateful for. I have to keep reminding myself of that, because I need to have faith in God and be prepared for anything that He wants me to do. I am a faithful person, or faith-filled, but I don't go to church because many of them are 501c3, and when you accept that from the government, you can't be open and honest. You can't talk about certain things, which I don't like. So I really like a home-based gathering, which that's biblical. And I don't like, I think we've been misled about a lot of things, either deliberately or just through mistakes made in the Bible. And if you can start studying Hebrew, which I believe is the language that, the original language that God gave us, because it's amazing when you start learning about it. It gives you goosebumps. It's amazing. So I encourage people to start learning Hebrew, and it has nothing to do with those people over there. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You have to separate yourself from negativity and evil things that go on. You have to separate, because language is a tool, like most things. And I liked what a friend told me a long time ago. She said, take the meat and abandon the bones, or something like that. Throw out the bones, although the bones can be nourishing too if you make soup. But in other words, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sadly, a lot of people who grew up in cults, and then they find out the truth later on in life, they just completely reject everything And I can understand how that would happen because they were lied to. So they just want to like completely have nothing to do with God and His Word and any churches or any believers. So I'm usually hesitant to talk about my personal beliefs because I don't want to trigger somebody who's had trauma from their past belief system. If you start studying Hebrew and even Greek, and the culture of Yeshua's day, their faith was based in action, not words. So if you build up a relationship and trust with somebody, and you show them that you're trustworthy and you are sincere. Nobody's perfect, of course, but they might be more open to hearing about your thoughts or my thoughts on faith. And likewise, I have to be able to trust somebody before I open up, because I don't have, what do you call it? Mainstream Christian beliefs. I don't. I'm a free thinker, and I only choose who I want to share that with. I'm a very private person, so I'm not gonna I want to be friends with everybody. I think we've become way too decisive or divisive. That's the word I want to use, divisive. And we need to respect each other. Even if somebody's an atheist, we need to respect their space and their choices. I mean, we can pray for them in private. We don't have to tell them that we're praying for them. We have to focus on things that we actually agree with on, instead of arguing about stuff that we don't agree on. And everybody's so angry at each other nowadays because they blame each other for, instead of coming together and focusing on our commonalities, people look around for the safest and quickest scapegoat and just load up on being angry and criticizing. So have to be careful about what I say on here because we're entering into a strange area that we're going to have to be accountable in future years because they're recording and noting down everything that we say. So I think I'm going to stop here for now and make sure that everything was in frame because I don't want to continue on if I made a mistake and was doing the lettering that was up here and it's out of the frame. And then I'm gonna make another smaller short film or a video, whatever. So I hope you guys have a great day and keep praying. Pray for your family, friends, and the world. I'll talk to you later. Bye.